My name is Claire Overman. I'm a media and information law barrister at Doughty Street Chambers, and I am presenting a webinar on managing defamation risk in the online space. And in doing so, I wanted to start just with a very vivid quote from the judgment of Mrs. Justice Collins Rice in the high-profile defamation proceedings involving actor-turned-politician Lawrence Fox. Mr. Fox is being sued in respect of allegations of paedophilia that he posted on the platform X, formerly Twitter. He, in turn, is suing in respect of allegations of racism made against him. And this quote quite vividly encapsulates what, in my view, is one of the big risk factors when it comes to defamation and the online space. And that is the mindset that the online space is somehow different or less serious than traditional publication platforms, so the traditional print and broadcast media. And in some ways, it's right to say that the online space is different. As we go through this webinar, we will see that some features of the online space, in fact, actually increase defamation risk, whilst some features of the space, the online space, reduce it. But the key takeaway from this webinar is that the online space is certainly not exempt in defamation law. So whether one's thinking of a company's website, an individual's X or Instagram account, mail shots, or anything of that nature, the fundamental principles of defamation law remain the same. So turning then to the topics that are going to be covered in this webinar, we'll be starting by looking at the key concepts in defamation law, and in particular their applicability to the online space. Then we'll look at the who, what, and how. Who can be held responsible for publications online? What are the risks, and how can they be mitigated? And where possible, throughout this webinar, I've referred to examples of cases where it's an organisation other than a traditional media publication that's the defendant. So, for example, where companies or trade unions have been defendants. Turning then to the first topic of this webinar, we're going to be looking at the key concepts of defamation law and their applicability in the online space. I'll be focusing on 4 key concepts in particular. First, publication. So what do we mean by publication, particularly in the online sphere? Defamatory. So what is it that makes a statement defamatory? Serious reputational harm. So this is a new threshold requirement that's been introduced in a relatively new threshold requirement that's been introduced in Section 1 of the Defamation Act 2013. So how does that work when we're looking at online publications? And finally, we'll touch on defences. So what kinds of defences might be available where you are publishing high-risk material in the online space?